Okay, Jonathan, good to see you again. Okay, we're going to talk about the bench press today. And I like the way you're actually sitting right now because this is actually going to be my starting point today. When we lie down on the bench, I like to use the term I want to weld you to the bench as best I can. But actually, we get a lot of force production from your feet. So you got them placed very nicely right now. So, boom, your feet are good. Here's what I want you to do though. I want you to lie back on the bench, please. Lie back. Okay, coming down, yep, keep those feet in place. Now, our orientation, John, do you like the bar here or do you like to roll it forward?
All the way forward.
You like to head forward? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to actually move your body down the bench until your eyes are just right here on the southern part of the bar. There you go, good, watch your head. Okay, so our eyes are right here, okay? And the purpose of that is just so when you bring the bar off, when you unrack it, you don't come out over your throat, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you got your feet there, now your butt. Let's move up from, this is our platform for a good bench. We're going to work from our feet, and then I want you to go ahead and I literally want you to clench your butt. I want you to, yep, that's it. What you do there is you actually create a little bit of a, yep, you've done it, okay? All right, so now relax everything here for a minute. But here's an important concept that I want you to see. I want you to see, or I want you to understand, you remember the scapula that we talked about when you were squatting? What I want you to do when you're benching, when you get down on the bench, okay, so I want you to think feet, boom, planted, glutes, boom, good and tight, okay, and then I want you to think scapula. I want that scapula roll back and together, okay, and that's going to help weld you and get you tight on this bench. It's extremely important that your body and the bench become essentially one. You need to weld yourself to that bench, and you do it using your feet, your glutes, and your scapula. Understood? Okay, tighten it, and tighten it. Good. All right? Now, just let's relax for now. Next thing I want you to do is, if you remember, when we worked on the press, how did I have you kind of get you perfect, right? I want you to do the same thing here with the bench press. I want you to go ahead and get your grip. That's right, get it, turn it in. Because I want that bar essentially traveling over the meaty portion of your hand, not up on the upper part where the calluses form and in towards your fingers. Good, so that's a good grip. Now, I want to explain this concept to you. Now, I want to get your forearms nice and vertical, but what I'm really thinking about is how vertical they are when you're actually in that downward position, not only from this angle, but from this angle. How's everything looking? Because just like with a house, you would not have support beams like this. This is a nice support beam. So we want to make sure it's vertical. We don't want it tipped off to the side. All right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Good to go. All right, so here you are. You're going to go ahead and weld yourself. You've got yourself gripped in here very nicely. We don't have collars on the bar. That's for safety purposes. If you're benching by yourself particularly, don't ever put collars on the bar because if that weight tends to come down on you, you can't get it off, at least you can dump it, to one side or the other, okay?
Okay.
Good to go. So when we go to actually unrack, we're going to take a nice deep breath, right? Everything's going to be tight and we're going to unrack it. And before we do that though, I want you to understand one thing. I want you to think about eye gaze. Once you get this bar up and you bring it out over, I want you to find a point on the ceiling and I want you to lock your eyes on that point. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to lock your eyes on that point. Why? Because we want uniform bar travel as you work your way through a set of repetitions. Check?
Mm-hmm.
Good to go. All right, so, and the last thing I want you to understand is that bar is not going to travel straight up and down like say it would with a press. There's actually going to be a bit of an arc to it. So you're going to come back up to, if you will, your extended position. You're going to come back down to about the sternum, the bottom of your sternum, and then you'll press it back up. So that's what I'm having you look for. Here's your target essentially, and then you're going to come back up. So it's going to be a bit of an arc. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
All right, fantastic. Everything's come together nicely. So I want you to think feet, butt, scapula. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you welded to the bar?
Yeah.
All right, when I count to 3, deep breath, we're going to unrack and come out. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now, you got that point?
Yeah.
All right, you got the point on the ceiling. Good. Deep breath, Jonathan. Good. Bring it down. Good. All right. Back up. Now, I want you to think elbows in just a little bit. I want your elbows just to come in a little bit towards your side. And go ahead. And up. Okay? Deep audible breath. I want to hear go. That's it. Good force production. And back up. Good. One more time. Okay. And rack it, John. Okay. Good job. Come on up. Excellent.